I learned more things on YouTube in 3 years than I ever learned in school in 11 years. The only thing that you will learn in school that is really important is reading, writing, and counting. Other than that, it's just like fluff. And I'm saying that in a sense that if you want to work a regular job, that's all you need to know. And there's a lot of things that you need to know to live a good life, but they don't teach in school. Like they don't teach you how to eat healthy, they don't teach you how to meditate, they don't teach you how to find your purpose in your life, they don't teach you how to have social skill, they don't teach you about your mental health, they don't teach you how to be confident, they don't teach you how to have healthy relationships. And there's a lot more things that they don't even teach in school. Maybe you can learn some of these things in school, but that's not in a regular program. That's not even the goal. They don't give a shit if you have a good life or not. The only thing they want you to be is a 9 to 5 slave. So when you go to school, you're somewhere that you don't want to be. They force you to do things that you don't want to do. They tell you when you have to eat. They tell you when you can go outside, and you have to obey authority. And if you don't, you'll be punished for it. You can't even question what they teach you in school because they will tell you that, oh, it's really important for when you're gonna grow up, but it's not true. The only reason why they make things important is because they're going to put this in a test. Did you ever ask yourself why you don't remember most of the things you learned in school? It's because when you don't use the information that the brain has learned, your brain would forget it to make place for other more important information. That's why you don't remember shit. The only thing you remember is how to write, how to read, and how to count because you do that in every day. How exactly did I learn more by myself on YouTube that I learned in school? Here's how I started to educate myself. 3 years ago, I didn't have a job, I didn't finish high school, and I was depressed, and I was tired of it. I searched, I searched on YouTube how to beat depression, and what I found was a lot of video talking about it, and people that had experiences with depression and shit. So so after watching a lot of videos, I concluded that what I needed to do was to improve myself and my life situation. And one of the easiest things you can do to improve yourself in your life is to have more money and to exercise. But I couldn't exercise because my back was injured. So I needed so the thing I did was to find a is to try and find a job. While looking for a job, I continued to watch more self-help, self-improvement YouTube videos, and I noticed that having more money won't solve all my problems. You can't solve all your problems with money because you can't just like improve your external world and expect that your internal world will be better because so what you have to do is to work on yourself, like your inner self, so you can have a more so you can enjoy your life. So I asked myself what do I have control over? I had control over what I did with my time. I had control over my environment, and I had control over my bad habits. So first thing that I did was to cut off all my negative friends because honestly they didn't give a shit about me, and the only thing they did is to use me for their own gain. I used to stay in my room all day because I had nothing to do with my day since I didn't have a job. So what I decided to do is, okay, I couldn't go to the gym because I don't have so I can't go to the gym. So what I did was I would at least go outside for like 1 hour with my bike. And to have more chance to find a job quickly, I told myself that I had to spend at least 1 hour searching for jobs online. Other bad habits I had was to watch porn every day, smoke weed every day, and eating candy and playing video games. So what I did to limit that was I told myself I couldn't do any of those things first thing in the morning. And I learned that if I kept being consistent with it, one day it's going to become like second nature for me, because when you do something every day, it's easier and easier to be disciplined. And I also learned that the most important thing that will change your life is your mindset. Back then, I used to have a scarcity mindset. I always let fear control me. I, I always let I always let negative thoughts tell me how I should feel, and I always wanted to be in my comfort zone. While watching YouTube videos, I noticed that the common theme was to be a better man, and that being a more masculine man would solve most of my problems. Growing up, I never had a father nor a positive role model, so I have to learn by myself how to be a man. The most important thing that you can have as a man is to be confident. I worked on my confidence because I really had issues with it, and it was really affecting my life in a negative way. So, to increase my confidence, I have to be strong and courageous in the face of fear. Anytime I felt fear, I did it anyways, and I started to notice that my fears weren't even real, and that I was having anxiety for nothing. It was around this time that I started to have my spiritual awakening, and I started to question things. Like, I started to question what is my purpose in life, like deep question like that. And I learned that life doesn't really have a purpose. Like, you make the purpose for your life, and my purpose is to live a happy life. So, and I learned that, and most people, what they do is they chase money so they can be happy and free. But in reality, if you chase money, you will never be free, because you will always like want to make like more money, and you will never enjoy yourself, because you will think that, oh, if I could buy this, if I could buy that, if I can buy this, I will be happy. But every time you buy it, there's always another thing that you will want to buy. So instead of chasing money to be happy, I could be happy and make money chase me. For me, being happy is like the most important thing in the world, because if you're not happy, what is the point of living your life? And I also understand that life is just a temporary experience, and you have to make the most of it. While having my spiritual awakening, I started to understand that reality isn't as real as it seems. If you raise your vibration, like your state, like the current state you are, like the current emotions that you have every day, that you can attract more positive things in your life. Lower vibrations would be like anger, fear. Being in fear and anger is a lower vibration state. So if you're always in fear and angry, you will attract negative things in your life. But if you are in the vibration of joy and love, you will attract positive things in your life. It's scientifically proven that you can only see 1% of visible light. So there's a lot more going on that these two eyes can perceive. So one of the things that I learned that will make my life better is to make more with less. Most people want to make more with more, but it's a trap. Like, you because you always chase more, because you always want more. You're never like content with what you have, and you're never grateful for the things you have, because okay, you buy a car, but now you want another car because it doesn't make you feel good enough, so you have to buy more stuff and shit. That's why a lot of rich people are miserable. And you don't need to be a millionaire to live the life that you want to live. We live in a world that tells you that if you buy more things, it will make you happier. But honestly, that's just living like a junkie. Like, because you always want another dose. So basically, if you if everybody else is doing something, do the opposite, because if you follow the sheep, you're going to end up in a slaughterhouse. To end this video, I want you to remember that learning is easy and it doesn't take a lot of time. Honestly, to learn something and to be good at it, it would take you like 1 month. And if you can learn something different every month, at the end of the year, you'll be a better version of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to drop a lot more videos like this in the future.